for feed and for animal feed, we have left the crop to dry. On the other hand, maize harvest for grain purpose should be reaped at any time after 1 week of physiological maturity. If maize harvesting is delayed, insect infestation and fungal contamination occur. In addition, the grain dries beyond the 15% moisture content required for safe storage. And the physiological maturity of the crops can be identified by either of these two techniques, among others. The color of the maize plant, here we are. So as you can see in the video, one of the functions that we are using our harvest is to create feeds for animals. So we have got a silage machine which we use to grind the soya beans, to grind the residual maize crop dry, including the not so dry one, so that at least we could put quality feed for animals, especially during the dry season. The maturity of the kernel, as stated, is always an important determinant when maize harvesting should be done. In order to find out if the kernel is mature or not, the farmer should collect at least 5 maize cobs to be used as a representative of the yield maturity. Leaves are pulled back to using fingers and pressed into the kernel. This should result in a soft cheese moisture. This is pertaining to harvesting of the green maize. Maize harvesting can be done manually or mechanically. As for us, we have sort of adopted we haven't mechanized, so we are using the manual methods. Commercial farms often employ mechanical methods, whereby subsistence farmers tend to hand harvest their crops. Hand harvesting is a manual maize harvesting method whereby the ears are removed from the standing plants by hand and then left to dry in the sun. Another common hand harvesting method involves cutting the whole plant, placing it in stacks. That's what we have done. While still green, once dried, the ears can be picked up and shredded, threshed, or the entire plant with the ear can also be utilized as maize hay. That is what we are preparing right now. This is part of maize hay. Unfortunately, it has been left to dry. So what we'll do now is to grind it, and then the residues are mixed with molasses and given to cattle. And we tend to do this every morning. Cattle are given this grounded residual maize crop, and then mixed with either salt or molasses. As I have mentioned in our previous video, one of the things we also incorporate in creating a rich feed is to incorporate foliage material, like from the rich trees that have contained high levels of protein, like Mupangara tree, which I discussed in my previous video. It would be good if you can just have a look. Part of the grain is also given to the goats, and this will also help to maintain the body shape. Yeah, it's just an opportunity to show you. I was just lucky enough to catch one of our goats giving birth, and it's an experience on a farm. These are the sort of things that you witness, and it's just one of those things that are sort of impressive when you're on a farm, to be able to sort of be in tune with what's happening with your animals. But then I just thought I would share this video so that at least you can see, those who have not experienced a goat giving birth to a kid, this is typically what would happen. Usually what we do is we separate these sort of goats that are ready to giving birth, so that they are not within the other pens with others, just in case of any other issues that may come up. And we tend to use open area so that there are no risk, and we can assist the animal in giving birth where necessary. This has happened more so where we have got Boer goats, or the buck, which is sort of bigger in size, as opposed to the does, which are smaller, and they're the traditional ones that are found in Zimbabwe. So when they give birth, sometimes they give birth to really big kids, and it may be difficult for it to sort of to give birth, so we provide assistance. So it is always important to separate these sort of the pregnant does, so that at least you can assist them in when they're giving birth, in case they've got bigger kids being born. So this is just another strategy we are sort of incorporated in trying to sort of assist our animals. And this is another addition to our flock. As we started doing goat farming in the last 7 months, and the numbers soon will be doubling and tripling. And for me, I believe goats is a case of multiplication, really, because a mature goat gives birth every 6 months, and sometimes gives birth to twins. So the prospects of having quite a increased herd is high. Most of our goats, because we are feeding them well, as you can tell, they are quite healthy. We do give them mineral blocks, we do give them salt, we do give them feed prior to them going out into the pastures. We have got various trees that we've been using, like shrubs that we're sort of incorporating into the feeds. And it is good to have quite a variety of feed for goats, because they are a foraging animal, and we are lucky that Mhondoro-Ngezi goats tend to thrive because of the vegetation that surrounds us. So I thought this would be an opportunity just to share with you some of the things that are happening on the farm with regards to animal, with regards to crop harvest, and what we use the crop for. The next, this is part of the grounded maize stalks, which we do mix with molasses or salt to try and improve the appetite for the animals. And then later on in the day, we take them out to pastures in a sort of a pond that is near us, and they can graze. And then, at the end of the day, they've got quite a variety of feeds around them. As they come back, we still have trophies that are sort of filled with the maize crop. So there is feed for our animals that is always available, and it's a good, especially when you're trying to maintain a good body shape. And it's something that I've sort of encouraged the animal handlers on our farm to actively do and consistently do. Every morning, feeds are put in the sort of near the kraals, so that animals have got an opportunity to feed prior to going out for pastures. On return, we do give them mineral blocks, salt blocks, water is available before we put them in their pens. So this is a well-organized system of feeding our animals, and we are seeing the benefits of it in that our animals are retaining their good body shape. And as we come back into the rain season, we are sure that the animals will be fit enough, and even conceiving some of it gives them, they are healthier. So it is quite an experience, and I'm pleased to our subscribers. Please share information around our channel. Please leave us some comments down below. It's good to see that people that just view, and please spend your time watching, and sort of you may share ideas, help us sort of improve the way we are conducting ourselves on the farm. We've got a few of our animals that are currently pregnant. We'll be expecting them to give birth at the end of the year, especially in the rain season. And we have tried to synchronize our animals so that at least there is sufficient feed for the animals in the rain season, which also help the mothers with milk production to sustain the calves. So we do have strategies that we are employing, but then we are a work in progress, and we are trying to continue to make an effort to improve ourselves. We are open to new ideas, and we are opening to share what we're experiencing. We take a day at a time, and we believe Rome was not built in a day. We continue to make improvements here and there, especially with regards to the animal welfare, because when animals are well fed and well catered for, and they are dipped on a regular basis to control acaricides, and sort of using also biosecurity measures to make sure that there's no infections that are sort of thriving on our farms. So it is important for us
Alright. Banduna singetemia charibe. Chimkono. Chimkono. Chimkono.